Give me a second, I'm just going to move to the front room because apparently my dad can hear me.
And they sing a song for an intermission.
Sing me the song and I'll sing it like I mean it.
Did it on demand.
Give me the words and I'll say
singing,
them
he's gonna do
like
it.
I mean them.
Like most people.
Because you got my heart in a headlock.
Not gonna be able
You
to stop
stopped
him
my
now.
blood and made my head soft, and God knows you've got me sewn. Na 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 na.
People don't say, alright, I'll sing a song. They would go, fuck off.
I ain't no.
It caught on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash.
I'm Luke Summerhaze.
I am James J. Miles.
Alright, your eyes.
I'm James, the Dutchman Stewart.
And you're listening to Monster Mash.
In this week's episode, we're hunting the Kushala Daora.
Ooh.
It's difficult to even get close to one of these metallic dragons, but some claim better odds if the creature is weakened with poison, or has another hunter on its back, limiting the amount of wind pressure it can muster. Right. I've got an immediate problem with that description. Because it starts off with like, oh, it's mysterious and it's difficult to get close to it. But here are some very specific facts and tactics about this monster.
Is that the
They never
description
give
sounds
from
reasonable.
Generations?
It must be.
What are the descriptions for it like in like older games?
The Monster Hunter 2 ones were like way more gentle. No, that's not the word.
Gentle. You on about?
I don't know, mate. I've had half a beer.
Oh, we've got up another quarter!
The Monster Hunter 2
You can
one,
plot Luke's beer!
the Monster Hunter 2 one says, a metal-plated dragon known as the Tempest of Wind. Eyewitnesses report violent storms alongside the dragon, and its wide range means towns may be attacked. See, that's much cooler. That's flavour
But
text.
is it weak to
Yeah.
poison? I
That's
don't
not
know if it's
just-
weak to poison!
To be fair,
That's-
clearly I've not been reading the descriptions because tonight's hunt was the first time I knew that was something that it was weak to.
But yeah,
Well,
they've gone from like, ooh, this is some mysterious flavour text for this cool elder dragon to fucking a small guide. And it's the way.
Well, I guess they're kind of the go like that because it fits in. Like he's been in the game a few times, a few times now. So like
I
everybody
suppose.
kind of knows what it is. So
I suppose.
it's better just to kind of detail what he does and maybe what he's weak to.
I mean, Generations is explicitly like a more just hunts rather than story sort of game.
Mhm.
So, Kushala Daora, this is the first, I think, like just real standard dragon that we've done, isn't it?
I suppose if you're talking about the dragon,
Like, because
wyvern.
Shagarim
difference.
Magala and the Karkos are officially elder dragons,
Yeah.
but like Kushala Daora looks like a medieval painting of a dragon.
Yeah.
Pretty much so. It reminds me of what's that Yu-Gi-Oh card? Do you know what I'm...
Blue eyes, white
Fantastic.
That's the
dragon.
one, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yeah. that's it reminded me of that for some reason. But he is
Yeah, I can see
again also not a wyvern.
But then he also he walks on four legs and he has his head like quite up, like the Welsh flag or something.
Except when he runs directly at you and scares the bejesus out of you.
Yeah, well, we didn't realise that happened until today.
That's why I'm mentioning it.
Was there an Elder Dragon in Monster Hunter 1?
Yeah, you had Fatalis, White Fatalis, Black Fatalis.
Cool. Just because I thought this guy would maybe have been the first like proper Elder Dragon, but that takes that theory away because he was in 2, right?
They do give him like a pretty big place in 4 Ultimate, don't they?
Yeah, he's the dragon that attacks
Dundorma.
Dundorma. Yeah,
It's like the one-eyed Kushala or something like that.
yeah.
No, it's the Rusted Kushala,
Is that one rusted?
which is
He-
No, but I'm
which
pretty
is-
sure they call it like one-eyed as well because he's already like the master character.
Yeah, it has got a scar. Yeah, because it's got a scar on one eye, and then the Master's got a scar on the other eye, where they've had a classic fight. But so the Kushala Daora is a pretty cool idea, like a dragon with metal skin. And then
Yeah, I love the
the
design. Is
the idea of a wind-powered dragon is pretty cool. I don't understand why he's both.
why not? If you can, why not?
Like, they don't. I don't see how metal and wind connect.
Fans.
Yeah,
he's got you there.
thanks. You've nailed it. You've explained it to me. Good work.
I just imagine the little metal fans on the side of a fucking Kushala putting out all those wind blasts.
Basically a little drone.
I don't know. I think the idea that the elder dragons are like forces of nature, you know, like they're there to be just wreck ecosystems, and the idea of having one that is essentially a walking tempest.
I guess
sense.
maybe the idea is he's metal, which is why he's heavy enough that he's not affected by his own winds.
I like that. Yeah, that'll do me. That's the reason.
Yeah. Like, I think overall the thing with Kushala Daora is it's very cool from a design standpoint. It's just not very fun to fight.
No.
I think he's the one that you really do need to have the appropriate armor skills, like to fight him. So it's like so the fight itself isn't that painful.
I'd also imagine he's really fucking irritating to fight on your own.
Oh god, I can only imagine just getting knocked over all the time.
And that goes double for like when you're using insect glaive as well, because he's in the air a lot and it's hard. Like the red buff is on his head, like with most monsters, but he's flying a lot, so he's tough to like get.
Yeah, I had more trouble when I was doing aerial style in Gen, but I think since I switched, he has been easier. So.
But when there's four of us and we're like taking it in turns to knock him down and we're getting poison on him so we can't use as many of his attacks and stuff like that, he's pretty manageable.
Wonder why poison restricts his like wind outflow.
Gets weak, can't flap his wings in it.
Alright, Andy.
Thanks, Andy.
I think it is just like a weakness thing because it does the same. Like when you poison like Tigrex, Tigrex slows down a lot more when he's poisoned.
I suppose if your whole body's getting racked by like poison, you're gonna be won't be up to your A game.
Exactly, be a bit groggy, like Luke and his beer.
Alcohol's poison.
So actually, talking about the Kushala Daora's like body breaking down, there's a pretty cool detail about him from the Monster Hunter Illustrations book.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, the primary reason Kushala Daoras like die naturally is because the metal in their skin slowly infects their inner organs and they start turning to metal all the way through.
Holy shit!
Which is
like Iron Man.
Yeah, basically.
So does that
Wait,
mean, like, the
I don't
rusted-
remember that bit happening in Iron Man.
3 or 2.
Iron Man
It's
2.
like the veins.
He doesn't turn metal.
Okay, it's
mean
like
a rusted. Would that mean a rusted Kushala Daora is basically just an older Kushala? Because
Yeah, it makes
they
sense.
shed their skins when it rusts, so it rusts and they shed it. So you just caught it between skins. Because on the mountain in Monster Hunter 4 and Generations, there's that frozen Kushala Daora.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a shed skin.
Ah. The one you get the Kezu welt from at the top of the mountain.
Fucking snaky bastard.
Well,
But that's such a cool detail, climbing up that mountain and seeing that frozen.
yeah, awesome.
I prefer to think of it that it is actually a dragon that's frozen, rather than a shed skin. But oh well.
I suppose if you didn't know what the monster was and you see this massive, what you think is a corp and it's just or a shed skin, you're like, holy shit, I'm gonna have to fight this thing one day. That's horrifying.
Like in Harry Potter when he sees the basilisk skin before he sees the basilisk.
Yes.
So we talked about this briefly in the episode which we've recorded, but our listeners have not heard yet. Episode 50. But the
Spoilers.
tower region is built out of Kushala Daora parts.
Ah, yeah, we touched upon that, didn't we?
And the reason people think that is apparently if you mine the tower, you get Kushala scales.
Yeah.
Do you? Oh.
But so yeah, the ancient, because I mean it sort of makes sense if that's like.
Pretty sure there's like a gathering spot as well that gives you like elder dragon bones or something like that as well.
Yeah.
No wonder they're so
Which
fucking
is a pretty
pissed
cool
off.
detail that like the ancient humans built a tower out of metal dragons. That's a very cool idea.
That's been.
Let's
very
do it.
patient. Let's do it.
Andy's been playing that building game too much.
So I'm currently going up a tower with lots of infinite heroes. It's good stuff.
But back to Monster Hunter. So he's into. He's obviously he's like basically one of the big monsters into, right? Like he's.
He was the box monster in Monster Hunter 2.
Oh, he's
Who's the
basically
flagship?
a flagship.
Or the flagship.
Oh, cool. And then he's a
Which is
fairly prominent part of 4U,
yeah, the later game, like the high rank.
which I don't think many other monsters have the privilege of like featuring so prominently in multiple games, do they?
Yeah, it's pretty cool that he's like a big storyline monster in a later game.
Yeah.
But then I suppose like 1 and 2 didn't really have that much plot. So maybe they just thought he's a cool design and he deserves like being in a game that has a story.
Yeah.
Well, like it makes sense because, like you said, he's one of the older elder dragons in Dundorma, and 4U is one of the oldest like towns in the Monster Hunter like universe that we know of. So like they'll combining both of those together to kind of have like a face-off like situation where you're trying to push it back and save the city.
I just also I think it is a nice touch
cool.
to have the plot actually involve an existing monster rather than constantly creating a new one for it.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that.
I mean, even though they're meant to be like these forces of nature, I get the impression there are more than one Kushala or one Elder Dragon at one time.
Yeah.
So you get the idea there's still going to be some Kushalas rumbling about and they need to be stopped. So why not have them rumble up again? Good idea.
So another thing I really like about the Kushala Daora is the music.
Yeah, Jas spoke about it during the hunt, didn't he?
It's a weirdly like melodic theme for a Monster Hunter monster.
Very James Bond.
Yes, because I remember the first time I noticed that I went and listened to loads of James Bond themes trying to work out which one it reminds me of.
I've said that. I've not heard it because I barely had music up when we're doing the hunts, unfortunately. And I also don't.
I thought you were going to say you don't have the music up when you watch James Bond.
Yeah, but
Like Andy's like outraged. That's the best part. Come on, Andy, sing some James Bond.
No, I can't do that, man. Can't do that. Don't know any James Bond themes.
Skyfall, no?
I know the word Skyfall. I wouldn't know the rest of it.
Great. I've lost my train of thought now.
The man with the golden touch, a Midas touch, as Mr. Goldfinger.
Don't even recognise that one.
Fucking
Right.
hell, Andy.
Goldfinger, mate.
I've only seen Casino Royale.
Get on your Bond films. I don't really have the music turned up when I'm fighting the Kushala, to be honest, because and also during the hunts and when I'm playing the game, I don't really like fighting the Kushala, so that's why I've not heard the music all that often at all.
Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't I'm never going to wake up and think, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to go and fight a Kushala Daora for shits and gigs.
You've got to fight like 90 of them to get your armor.
And my tower.
That's your tower. That's Andy's doing that. He's up for that. Its name sounds quite interesting. Did you find out what it
Yes.
means?
So Kushala Daora is just the Japanese name. It's just been romanized and split in half.
That's fair.
So Kushala is like a djinn, a genie sort of mythological creature. The weird thing is, it's apparently one that possesses people,
Alright.
which is not something that Kushala Daora does.
Are genies normally
But
like
that-
influenced by, or at least like jinns? Are they normally like paired with wind? Or am I making that?
Oh yeah,
shit
it could
up?
just be that, and also there's like a djinn for each element, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking like fire for a djinn, but
I suspect that what's happened is that I've read a very, very simplified 2-sentence explanation of what Kushala does,
Right.
and it might actually be a little bit more relevant. I'm not as sure on Daor, but it is a word which means like hard and firm and costly. So I mean, sort of made sense.
costly.
Yeah, it's a weird.
Mostly like the
Belgian
metal,
word.
like expensive.
No, it's more like personally costly. It's doing something difficult and challenging,
Right.
and like a rough life.
maybe it's like a play on words then. Don't know.
But it also might just be they wanted to sound to go at the end of Kushala.
Fair enough. Makes me think of just because it ends in aura of the owl Kapora Gabora from Zelda.
Oh yeah.
Who's also a
Remember
bastard.
to press B.
Yep. We touched on the rusted Kushala. I don't think I've actually fought one.
No, I haven't got to the end of 4 Ultimate yet, and he's not in Generations. Is he much different, lads?
Nah, just bigger, harder.
Faster, stronger,
Much difference, to be honest.
more than ever.
Yeah, from
Our
what I could
after.
gather, he didn't seem much different.
Our work is never over. There's another version like of the Kushala. It's in Frontier, unsurprisingly, Frontier G5.
Right.
It's called the Guraba Daora, and it looks ridiculous.
Is
It looks like
a bit weird
once
if
you
it's
like you get a
grabber?
Digimon and it goes up past like it digivolves like 4 or 5 times, it starts looking more and more ridiculous. That's what we're at with this.
Oh, it
one.
looks like a 4th or 5th generation Pokemon.
Yeah, or that one too. Yeah, pretty much. It does look like a legendary from one of those games. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's like gold with like blue horns, like icy horns and stuff. It just looks mental. It looks dumb.
Yeah, I don't even bother to look at the Frontier monsters, to be honest.
I just like look at them because occasionally you do get something interesting, like what was it, Christmas?
No, that was the phone game as well. The interesting ones were all in
Oh, an Explorer.
Explore.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. What was it? Christmas Volvodon.
It was Volvodon,
Yeah.
yeah. Santa's gonna
That
lick
Guraba
ya.
thing looks really. I like that.
Just
Doesn't
loves.
actually look that much
It's
like
a bit
the...
over the top, obviously, for the Frontier, but
Just loves 4th and 5th gen Pokemon.
Big Reshiram fan.
it's like the crystallized like horns like on its wings and like head. It's very cool.
Jazz has just
Never gonna fight
ordered
it,
himself
so-
Frontier.
Nah, no chance.
No.
Frontier's a pile of shit, man.
They're not going to give us that, where they can give us great monsters like Lavassioth instead.
So, I hope you enjoyed that episode on the Kushala. Next week, we're in the Akantor. I don't know anything about this monster. I've fought it once, but
He might put your defence down.
Does he?
but we'll have to find out next week, won't we, guys?
That's what always kills
Save
you.
it for the cast. Save it for the cast.
But if you've enjoyed this nonsense, you can follow us on Twitter at Monster Mash Pod. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, all the things you use to listen to podcasts. Give us a like and a subscribe. Tell all your friends. Give us a 5-star rating and a review. And please do tweet at AndyMan949
You can.
a request for him to sing you a song, because apparently he will just do it on request.
Yeah. I was also going to suggest
James Bond like themes.
asking.
Yeah, let's specify not that. Maybe Diamonds Are Forever, if that's a
Yeah,
Bond
it's-
theme, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can do that one.
You can also send them after you've sent your James Bond theme request a short video of you exerting your wind pressure.
I'm so glad we don't have any listeners.
Excellent.
And of course, as always, thank you for listening.
See ya.
It's like,
Goodbye.
it's like even more sad.
That's just me trying not to be loud.
Oh, hello. I'm giving time to eat my steak.
Wait, we don't say our names in this bit, you twat.
Yeah, I know, but it also doesn't matter that much in this bit.
I'm Andrew Rice.
James Oils.
Oh, hi, I'm James the Jester Stewart. I can't do it, Captain. I don't have the life power.
Shine bright like a diamond.
When did Jas become Dutch?
Is he not? It's been throwing me off for all these years.
That's why I always make jokes about him being flat pack furniture.
What?
Mega pushes on this crest.
Do you actually make jokes
genuinely
about
don't
him being
understand your
flat
joke.
back furniture?
I know. Because fucking IKEA's not even
This!
I didn't even think of that.
Kushala Daora, yeah.
What's annoying is I could have made a weed joke because we're fighting the Kush.
I was going to say I set you up for it.
Is there anything famous that's Dutch?
And
Holland.
Frank.
Fantastic.
I mean, I'm not.
In Amsterdam.
Canals.
No, but like, I don't know, like, I'm on meant like chains of stuff, but you know.
Do you know what I nearly just fucking said as a famous thing that's Dutch?
Do I want to know?
The Swedish chef!
I don't understand why you were about to say that.
The words were almost out of my mouth, and I'm like, no, I'm literally saying a different
just
nationality.
Is it just the snowy area, like, playing tricks, like, in your mind? You're like, yeah, that's Swedish.
It's that quarter of a beer that I've drank.
It's bad as Chris Byrne.
I fucking love Charlotte's music.
The bastard, a fucking monster, yeah.
I was about to say his music's probably composed by that cunt too, but that's really mean.
Yeah, that would have been a bit much, mate.
Just lashing out.
Like, I don't like this monster, alright? I hate the wind mechanic.
It's throwing all that shade on the wiki that's changed you, man.
Dark.
Just throw shade here,
Oh,
there,
Matt did.
everywhere.
Oh, it was mine. Oh, we have
Here's
to.
the test, this castle walls work.
Over the
Get out of the
castle
sky,
on the
you windy
mountain.
cunt.
Do, do.
I mean, that's the whole point of the mount, is it doesn't go in the sky.
Ah, bitch ass cunt.
You're really going for bitch ass cunt today. Surprised.
Because they're really being bitch ass cunts.
Or are you?
Well,
Therein lies the real question.
fight bitch ass cunts long enough, and you become a bitch ass cunt yourself. That's what Nietzsche once said.
That well-known Swedish philosophy.